Howdy folks, SJ Poor here at Little Face Brew and getting ready to build another Keezer. One similar to this. Similar to that, but without the taps. This will be a charging Keezer that I keep up in the garage. So let's build a Keezer. Here we have the freezer that I'm going to turn into a charging Keezer. Right now, it's set up. It has a temperature controller in it, but it's just a regular freezer set up to charge kegs. The problem with this one is I can only fit 3 here and a bottle over there. So I want to build a top that's tall enough that I can set a keg on the shelf, or even 2, so I can utilize this entire space a lot more. So the first thing that we want to do here is take good measurements on the piece that we want to put in here to raise this lid up. And 21 3/4 inches. Now what I also did is I want to take a measurement of a keg. So we have one in here, and I want to have plenty of room. So I'm looking at, a good solid 28 inches that I want to be able to come up from. Gets me right about there. So right now I am about 20 inches. So 8 inches gets me above. We'll add another 2. So we're going to put a 10-inch wide piece in here to take up the space from the top of the freezer to the lid. So let's get to building. I've got my fence set up for a 10-inch cut. I've got plenty of room to be able to pull this through, so let's go ahead, plug this in. Put on some hearing protection and cut some wood. So now I have my main pieces for my sidewalls to raise the top. What we're going to do next is cut some either 1x or 2x4s to go on top and bottom the whole way around. I've picked out my 2, the front and backs. That's my 35 1/4 measurement. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these guys down to size. And seeing that this is a 10-inch board, I need to use the table saw so I can get a nice square easy cut. My 2 sides are going to have to be minus the thickness of these boards, which is 1 3/16 inches. So minus 1 3/16. Okay, so we'll go ahead and 20 9/16. You know what? I might be able to get both of them out of this one piece. So let's see how that works. Okay, so now we have our 4 main pieces of the box that's going to lay on top of the Keezer. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 pieces at the same length as my sides, which will be 20 9/16. Alright, so that's going to be my pieces for around the bottom that get attached to the plywood. So now we're going to go through and we're going to go ahead and cut these guys, rip them all in half, that way I have top and bottom pieces. I have my fence set up 1 3/4 to the center of the blade. That way these should be exactly the same on either side. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and fasten. Make sure this isn't too deep. Nope, we're good. The 1 5/8" drywall screws. We'll fasten these together. It's the next morning because it got late and I got hungry. So we're going to go ahead and assemble the front and the back pieces with our 2x4s, or actually 2x2s. Now, with doing these in this manner, it gives me more surface area to attach. Okay, so I've got plenty of surface area to be able to run screws in to these guys to hold this together. Plus, it leaves me space on the inside here to insulate. And then I'll also be putting in 2 pieces for where the hinges attach to the top, because the lid will actually be attached to this. I'm going to go ahead and attach 2 of them. We're going to go ahead and put them together. Okay, so there you have it. That is the basically the collar that's going to go around the top of the Keezer. Now, the way I'm going to fasten this down onto the Keezer is there's going to be another collar that goes the whole way around the bottom of this. That'll cover most of those screws, and this will literally just slide right over the top. I've determined what I want as my front and what I want as my back. So this is actually going to be the front of the Keezer, and then this will be the back. So I've already cut my hunks of 2x4 that are an extra space, an extra support for the hinges for the lid. So I've already made my measurements. I know what my measurement is coming in from the end of the Keezer to where the bolts for the hinges lie. So I'm going to fasten that one on there, and I'm going to fasten this 2x4 on here. We're going to use 2-inch screws. The supports are in the back, as you can see, for the hinges of the lid to attach to. So now it's time to go ahead and build our collar the whole way around the bottom side of the collar. And I've already got those pieces cut. So that's the collar. This will slide right down over top of the Keezer if all my measurements were right. And I can mount the lid right to this. So the lid will just open and close off of this, and this collar will preserve the keezer. It won't, it doesn't destroy it. This is why I like to build these in this manner. Nothing's glued to the keezer, nothing's permanently attached. If for some reason you want to get rid of the freezer and sell it, you can, because you've not hurt it in any manner. So the only thing that I may do with this is just put some weather stripping around the bottom, and then I'm also probably going to go ahead and put some insulation on the inside the whole way around. Before we get into that, we need to go up and see if this bad boy is going to fit. We're going to go ahead and remove the lid from the top of the keezer here. Now, I'm not going to remove it from the top. I'm only going to remove it from the keezer itself with a 5/16 inch ratchet. And voila, lid is off. Okay, moment of truth. Boom. Fits like a glove. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. And then, of course, the lid will set up here. These will get screwed fast to the lid, and then the lid will still function as normal. But what we've done is we've added all of this height to the keezer. I'm going to go ahead and line the inside of this with some insulation. I have some jump pieces here. This guy's about perfect. I've cleaned the inside of the keezer out real nice. That way she's good to go. Cleaned the top up because I'm going to put some weather stripping on here so that we have a nice good seal. And let's get at it, huh? There we go. Nice solid fit. So I found this like aluminum tape. It actually works really nice for covering over this wood. So we'll have a real nice contact when it comes to the lid. Very nice. That worked really nice. surface for that top lid to hook onto. Okay. So now let's move on to the lid. We got this bad boy. Okay, nice and tight. Grab these guys. Let's give her a look-see. Opens up real nice. No issues. No issues at all. Look at that. Nice. Okay, I'll finish screwing this down tight. All insulated, all clean, nice smooth finish, nice tight fit, gas lines. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this thing up, get all the gas lines hooked up, and show you the finished product. So there you have it. 1, 2, 3. This one's just sitting there for a 4th keg. I have got all kinds of room up here for this top one. 2 kegs down there. Temperature probe way down there. You can't see it. Way down there in the bottom. Lid's closed, and there you have it. That right there is a finished Keezer.